So Ivar, moving on to a different aspect, Sri Lanka's national export strategy, launched in 2018, has a view of fast-tracking the country's export growth and transforming Sri Lanka into an export hub driven by innovation and investment. In it, 6 focus sectors were identified for innovation and export diversification. IT-BPM is one of such sectors. In this context, Ivar, how do you see the correlation between e-governance and the performance of its industry exports?
Well, there certainly is a connection. I mean, anything that can ease the work of the business is good for the overall growth, and these regulations that go with the export or support of the export, they can be performed better with the help of technology, I'm sure. But still, I think the primary question here is if you want IT as a sector to be capable to export something, then you need to make it competitive, the products. And that is a whole different ballgame, because there are lots of countries around the world that view this as a desirable field of activity that should bring in a lot of money.
So we have now come to the end of our program. In conclusion, Ivar, would you like to summarize or share a message to our viewership?
Well, you know, it's the main thing I still think is just to do, not to think about it. There are countries, there are communities that found a new idea and then execute it. And then there are some who are deliberating forever and not doing. And I mean, it's your sovereign right to decide as people where you want to be and what you want to do. But if you want to move forward, you have to actually do things, not just talk about them. I would say that is the main thing. We jumped on the bandwagon. We jumped on the digital and started doing things. Yes, we had the problem. We were not very successful. We didn't have a lot of money and all these kind of things. But I mean, if you already know what the challenges are, you can overcome them. At least you have given your best effort to that.
So on a separate note now, you're attending the 37th National Information Technology Conference 2019, organized by the CSSSL. How has your experience been like?
Very positive. I mean, I didn't really know what to expect in some ways. I mean, I've been to this kind of events all around the world. But in Sri Lanka, I've been as a tourist only before. So what I found was, well, this computer society has been putting together a very impressive event. I mean, lots of people attending. I've created similar events myself, and I know that's a lot of work and a lot of logistics, and they have been very successful with this. I also had quite interesting side meetings with eGov agency and your government telecom. So I'm very happy. I'm very positively impressed by the people who I've been talking to. I mean, it has been interesting. It's different situations than that of some years ago, when people were just wondering, okay, yes, maybe something digital. Now they have this kind of concrete knowledge. They already know what they want, and they are just checking maybe just to get some more confirmation that they are in the right path, and you are.
Thanks. So with that note, we would now conclude our discussion. I thank Mr. Ivar Tallo for your invaluable insights and participation, and all of you who are tuning in. watching. Do tune in for another episode of Improving Sri Lanka's Country Competitiveness, brought to you by Empower SL. I am your host Kasun Nupearachchi, and until next time, thank you and have a nice day.